Hey guys, so today we're going to be reviewing these 8-inch suction cups. They are made by Seesii. They're to help make stuff easier to move. They're going to come in a plastic case just like this. You'll see they say 8-inch suction cups. So what are these for? Let's say you're using glass, you're changing your glass window, you busted a window in your car and you want to switch it, you got one at a junkyard, you're moving sheet metal, replacing your trunk. Anything that will get a good vacuum seal, these will work on it and make your job a lot easier. So when you open this up, you're going to see you have 2 suction cups. There's a circle here. Basically, that's because one suction cup is supposed to sit this way. There's a hole here. This one goes this way. That way, the handles, you'll notice how they're staggered. This will close nice and easy. You have a hand pamphlet right here, only about 3 or 4 pages. And you have a few extra pieces in case you have something go wrong with your seal. If you look here, you have new pieces for your handle and new piece for down here if you ever need them. So the unit itself, lightweight, weighs about a pound. The idea is to get a vacuum seal on something. So that's why I said glass, sheet metal, basically anything that will allow you to get a vacuum seal. So if I'm using it to move glass, let's say I'm moving a glass window, so I have this. I'm just going to basically, this is my vacuum. I'm going to push this in until the red line disappears. That means I have a good vacuum seal. So I got to move this. You notice it's a little bit awkward. So let's say you're moving a window to your house. You want to make sure you got a good grip on it. You don't want to drop it. You get 2 handles. You vacuum seal the other side as well. So you got a good vacuum seal. Now, where that was a big awkward window, I couldn't really get a hold of it. I have these. I get a hold of both of these. I lift it nice and easy. I have a good seal. I get a hold of it. It's easier to move. This will work with sheet metal as well. Anything that will allow you to get a vacuum seal. So they're easy to use like that. You get a good grip. You can spin them whichever direction you want. If you want to hold them this way to lift up, you can. You just need to break your seal. In order to break your seal, you push both of these. If I wanted to lift them up both this way, you just break the seal there, break the seal there, pump it in again over here. Do the same thing on this side, opposite side so I can pump it. I got a vacuum. So before I had it like this, now I want to lift it like this. I can lift it up like this. The main thing is when you're lifting these, don't have a jerky motion. If you have a jerky motion, there's always a chance you could break your seal. You don't want to do that. Nice, consistent lifting technique using your knees. And then just lift it up like that. So it will help you to move anything glass. If you have a rock that has a good seal, as long as it doesn't have pits or grooves, as long as it's flat enough for you good seal. That's why I say glass is perfect. That's why I said sheet metal is perfect. Anything like that. You just push these buttons to release your seals. Pull this up, and it's ready to use again. The only maintenance you really got to do is 2 things. Wipe it down. The other one is right here. These are brand new, so I'm not going to do this right now. When you look, you have your QA scannable code right here. Right below it, you're going to look. I'm going to show you right here on the unit itself. It shows this sliding out of the sleeve right here. You're just going to slide that out just a little bit. You see it moved out to here. So they're moving it out to about here. And there's a lubrication hole. You spray a little bit of lubrication or drop a little bit of lubrication in there. That way it doesn't dry out your vacuum area. Maybe wipe it out, put it back together. They're simple, easy to maintain, and they can take a difficult job and make it easy. Because anytime you're dealing with glass, you got to worry about dropping it. You got to worry about breaking it. Sheet metal, you got to worry about dropping it and denting it. These will make the job so much easier because you can get it so it's a lot easier to grip, a lot easier to move, and just overall just nicer experience. Because I've had to deal with that kind of stuff before, and any slip can break glass. This will stop that from happening, and it's not going to over vacuum and crack it. These are just right. As long as you stop when you get the red line in there, you're good. We're going to put the link for purchase in the description. Please like, subscribe, Get you a set of these, especially if you're somebody that does a lot of moving with glass, sheet metal, anything that you could use this to get a good vacuum on. They're going to make your job easier and make it a heavy job a lot less difficult. They are made by Seesii.